The belated September 1st update, which actually came out on the 2nd, is the newest major content update for Creators.tf. It adds 2 new weapons, reworks 2 old weapons, gives us 4 new community maps, and 8 new community-made cosmetics, all looking fresh as per usual. I'll go over the maps first since that's obviously what everyone is here for. We got 4 pretty solid maps. Humidity is a long payload map set in some sort of lush island area that looks better and better the farther you go in. It's decently well designed, but can get a bit choky on some team comps, and the map can run pretty long, so it's not my favorite map, but it's a pretty good addition to the map pool. Overgrown is an attack defend map that I didn't get to play while making this video, but I've heard some pretty good things about it, so I have some hope, and I've heard there was a train that lets you flank, which is pretty hype. Gorge Reborn is a remake of good old Gorge, attempting to make it play better. I also didn't get a chance to play this one while making this video, and while I'm not the biggest fan of Gorge myself, it could make the map more bearable for people like me. And finally, we have Shark Bay, a King of the Hill map set in an industrial shipyard, with the main point being the ship itself. It's fantastic, well designed, and interesting to play, and I highly recommend you give it a shot. Shark Bay is a fantastic map, I love it. And the major thing about this update, and obviously the thing that everyone's hyped for, is the new weapons. We have technically 4 new ones to play with, 2 brand new ones, and 2 reworked ones. For our new ones, we have the Bloody Brick for Sniper, and the Quick Draw for NG. The Quick Draw is the revolver-styled secondary we've been dreaming about, finally allowing NGs to live out their dreams of being a construction cowboy. The main gimmick of this weapon is pretty simple. The first second upon pulling the weapon out, the weapon will deal mini crits to your target, with this weapon boasting a very fast switch speed, increased accuracy, and more damage. It's the perfect combo weapon for finishing a target off. Of course, with any good upside comes a major downside, with this weapon only having 6 bullets chambered at a time and a much slower firing speed. You're punished pretty heavily for using it for long periods of time. It's a solid weapon for more aggressive engineers who need a bit more firepower to finish a target off. The Bloody Brick is a secondary throwable for Sniper, acting as a sort of side grade from Girardi. If you can hit a target directly, you'll deal damage to them and inflict a certain amount of bleed based on the distance thrown, with point blank hits dealing basically no bleed at all, and cross map throws dealing bleed for what feels like a fucking eternity. While I can't call this weapon good, it's surprisingly effective if you can actually hit someone across the map. And it also has the upside of being hilarious when you hit someone with it. It's a pretty gimmicky weapon, sure, but it's one that kind of fits neatly in the TF2 arsenal, and you can't really take it seriously. I mean, it's a fucking brick. Come on. Along with the 2 new weapons, we got 2 brand new reworks of old weapons, that being the Carved Cutter and the Wasp Launcher. The Carved Cutter, which was just before a reskin of stock, now has completely unique stats. While cloaked, you can spend a 1/4 of your cloak to perform a giant leap, allowing Spy to take to the air and perform some crazy fucking maneuvers. It's really fun, and it is by far my favorite weapon in this update, because extra movement mechanics make this game even better. While I can't say it's super polished right now, and it can feel a bit buggy and take a little bit of time to get used to, it's really fun. Oh, and don't think you'll be getting that jump for free, as you do have 15 less health and an increase in cloak time as an entry cost. It's still really fun though, please give this weapon a shot, it's so fun. And finally, a rework I was really scared for, the Wasp Launcher. While before I thought this weapon was fine the way it was, now they've changed it in a way that not only keeps the original design intact, but also adds a new, unique, and really fun mechanic to the weapon. The weapon still boasts its extra blast radius and slower projectiles, but now the splash damage of your launcher has heavier scaling, meaning you'll do pretty pitiful damage if you only barely hit your target with like the edge of your splash. However, for that nerf, which is pretty heavy, comes a fantastic upside. The weapon has extra vertical knockback to opponents. That's right, you get to turn everyone that gets into your way into a tennis ball and send them fucking flying. It's a really unique upside that I'm surprised they came up with, as the early version of this rework was nothing like this. And I'm really glad they did, because this rework is really fun. It makes the Wasp launcher not only better overall, but really unique as well. 10 out of 10 on this one, guys. Like, jeez, I can't believe you actually pulled this off. It's fucking amazing. And other than that, that's about it for this update. A really solid one that I've been pretty freaking excited for. I'm glad that we're now able to experience all this content and are able to both experiment and break the game with all this new tech. And if you've been looking for reasons to play TF2 again, because to be honest, I can't really blame you for quitting, I really recommend Creators.tf. You get all this cool new content along with a great place to just play TF2. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just really passionate about this project, and I really want to see this shit succeed. It is only here where we can get fun, original content like these weapons, and trust me, you gotta experience some of this shit. There's no other feeling in TF2 that can just match the feeling of Spy flying through the air and trick stabbing someone. It's amazing. It really is. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a like and subscribe for more content. I'll be breaking down each weapon in this video in the coming months as I get more playtime and experience with each weapon. So subscribe if you want to be notified when those videos go live. Once again, thanks for watching the video all the way through, and have a good one.